our guys have always done a good job of is they go into every game with an understanding that they have an expectation to win. And that's not arrogant, egotistical. It's nothing like that. It's just that that's how we prepare. So we've had a good preparation week. It was nice to have an opponent finally Sunday night so we could have a little bit more of a focus on kind of getting back into our routine. And we know they're good. We respect them. We respect the tournament that we're in. And, you're not going to face anyone that's not good right now. So we put ourselves in position to have a battle in the NCAA tournament against a really good team.
Have you enjoyed the opportunity to tell SIUE's story and to tell SIUE basketball story?
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing to see SIUE. I mean, we had the Bears tweeting to us today, like that kind of stuff that the Cardinals managers wearing or holding up a shirt today. And I think people are able to tell our story because as they get to know more about us, they realize this is a special place. And we've done a good job of that over these last 10 days. I've done a lot of different, I've had a lot of opportunity to tell that SIUE story. And I'm very proud of it. And I'm very proud to be part of it. So it's been exciting.
Back to basketball, you're facing a team that is very good, very balanced. They're among the best offensively and defensively. Another thing that I've heard you say to your team is you're not going to get away from what you do, but that doesn't mean you might not have to modify what you do offensively specifically.
Yeah, we have to do what we do well against what they do well. So we would be, we have to be smart about, taking advantage of opportunities that they give us because they are so good in so many areas that we have to be strategic and, when to attack, when to take advantage of what they're good at, their rotations, their aggressiveness. And then we also have to do a good job of just doing the little things that eliminate their second chance opportunities, eliminate their easy baskets. They're a really, really good team. There's no doubt about it. But I think where we would get screwed up is if we start really just trying to anticipate and adjusting to them constantly without really remembering who we are.
Can you take anything from the OVC championship game and specifically that second half where you locked down defensively against one of the best offensive teams in the OVC? Can that carry over to today?
Yes, absolutely, because that was team basketball. We were switching. We were in great gap helps. Our swipes were really, really good. When we were in disadvantaged situations, we rotated the right way and made an adjustment veering on the weak side. So we did so many things in that was team defensive basketball that's what's going to have to happen today. And that's one of the things that they really enjoyed playing. Like we've done that several times throughout the year, but it was just nice to have a culmination of the entire season of that's what they saw really worked and they bought in.
Any worry or any thought of how you balance out, hey, this is a basketball game. Yes, the lights might be a little bit brighter, the arena bigger, the stage bigger, but you're doing what you know how to do.
Yeah, I mean, we came out yesterday and you're standing on that March Madness half court. You got a lot of people in the crowd that are coming to see SIUE from Wichita, Kansas. You have, a lot of different media there, asking questions and have the cameras out. So it was nice that we got that yesterday. And I told them to look around. I told them to absorb it. I told them to feel it and think about it and put in perspective what we're doing, because when we tip the ball off today, it's got to get back to what we've done all year.
How do you start today?
We'll go with Ring Malith, Kyle Thomas, Rayshawn Taylor, Brian Taylor, and Des Polk.
Can't wait for it, Coach. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Cougars head coach Brian Baroni as the Cougars get set to face the Houston Cougars. Round 1 of the NCAA tournament is coming up. Set for tip-off from Wichita, Kansas, in Trust Arena. It's the first round of the NCAA tournament. Joe Pott, Christoph Kendrick with you. Let's take a look real quickly at the starting lineup for the Cougars of SIUE. That is, it'll be the same. Ring Malith, Desmond Polk, Rayshawn Taylor, Brian Taylor II, and Kyle Thomas. For Houston and their head coach, Kelvin Sampson, it's LJ Cryer, the 6'1 grad from Katy, Texas. Milos Uzan is a 6'4 junior from Las Vegas. Joseph Tugler, Emmanuel Sharp, and Terrence Arsenault. We'll wait for the TV to get ready, and we'll be ready for tip-off here from Wichita. First round of the NCAA tournament. First game of the day here in Wichita. We're underway, and SIUE has won the tip in the black uniforms, trimmed in white and red. And they move from right to left here in the first half. And right to Kyle Thomas.
Beautiful slip play right there to start off. Great job coming out, knowing Houston's aggressive defensively, using it against them. Kyle Thomas gets you off to a great start, 2-0.
2-0 for the Cougars of SIUE. I'm gonna have to vary it up because it's Cougars on Cougars here this afternoon as they hand it off to Uzan on the right wing. Uzan right back to the top. This is Cryer. Cryer guarded closely by Brian Taylor. He'll leave it for Tugler. Get it back straight away to the elbow with 6 to shoot. Sharp with 5. Sharp with 4. Backing out. Firing a long 3. It missed. Rebound tipped out. Houston keeps it alive. Another 3. Cryer couldn't get it. And they keep it alive again. And there's going to be a foul on Houston. And the Cougars of SIUE will take it back.
That's a great defensive possession right there by SIUE, forcing a contested 3 late in the shot clock. You saw 1.5, I'll call it, offensive rebounds there. That's a trademark, and we'll talk about it as the game goes on, of Houston basketball is hitting the old glass. SIUE's got to block out tonight.
Houston, the Big 12 champs. They're 30-4 this year. Number 1 seed in the Midwest region. Also number 2 ranked in the AP and the coaches poll as we get started here. And they struggle on the floor, and this one's going to go to, I believe, SIUE. Was it a jump?
I think so, John.
If so, then it is going to go to Houston because SIUE won the. Nope, they're just going to say it was out of bounds, I think.
Oh.
It'll be SIUE ball on the baseline. Rayshawn Taylor in for Brian Taylor. Shot clock's at 13. Ring Malik with the newly clean look up top. Miles Thompson's barber was in the house last night to clean everyone up. 1 second. Last second shot. Oh, it just missed from Des Polk. 2-0 SIUE as Houston brings it back.
That was a vintage Houston defensive possession right there. Des almost made that too. For SIUE to win, those are shots they're going to have to make.
Floater from Milos Uzan goes from the shot clock, or from the free throw line, I should say. 2-2 here in the early going. Full house here in Wichita. In Trust Arena sits just over 15,000. Brian Taylor with a spin and a drive and a dunk.
Great job there by DT recognizing that. A couple of breakdowns by Houston early, uncharacteristic. Our Cougars are more fresh, having that week and a half off. Houston coming off the Big 12 title Saturday night. Might be able to see some fatigue there, Joe.
Yeah, they had a battle with Arizona. They won 72-64 in that game against Arizona for the Big 12 championship. Little baby hook goes from the left baseline. It's a 4-4 game. The first time you and I did a game this year was at Indiana.
Yeah.
Again, a raucous environment. Long 3 from the Madness logo wouldn't go for Rayshawn Taylor. And we talked about the fact that these Cougars, our Cougars, were not worried about that environment. Didn't go in with any trepidation about going into that kind of environment. And that's got to be the same attitude today.
Joe, you're exactly right. And to be honest, those back-to-back games in 72 hours, Indiana and Illinois, from a physical standpoint, those teams are bigger than Houston. Houston's quicker and more athletic, but playing on the road in those environments will help prepare you for this.
Cryer, step back 3 is good. Houston leads for the first time this afternoon at 7-4.
Going to be a great matchup for Rayshawn Taylor tonight to go against LJ Cryer, one of the top 3 guards in the country without question. So see what Ray can bring to him, but LJ's an outstanding player.
3rd team All-American just announced earlier this week. He was the Big 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year. Taylor's got a look on the right side. Here it comes, and it just missed. Back iron, no good for Rayshawn. Uzan rebounds for Houston, and he brings it up the left side. He'll come back to the top of the key. Brian Taylor guards, trying to get back to the left. He'll swing it back for Roberts straight away. Juwan Roberts going to drive against Kyle Thomas. He draws a foul. He ducked. He got under Kyle Thomas, but Thomas is going to get the foul.
I thought it was good defense, and he kind of lost his footing. Maybe they say he tripped him there, but nonetheless, it's going to be Houston ball out of bounds. And I'll tell you, Joe, SIUE's got some good looks here to start this game. Houston is the number 2 defensive team in the country. When you get those good looks, you got to knock them in.
They get it to Cryer, right corner off the inbound. Cryer will leave it for Tugler and get it right back. Cryer trying to drive. He'll get to the foul line. He'll float it up right-handed. Too short. Rebound picked up by Juwan Roberts. They keep it alive. Right back out to Uzan. Underneath it goes for Roberts in the left corner. They spin it out again. Through the lane, a little floater will go for Uzon, and the Houston Cougars lead it 9-4.
And then you see Juwan Roberts get with an offensive rebound. Again, that is key. We talk about two keys for me. Houston only gets one shot, and SIUE scores on at least half the possessions and shoots 40% from three minimum to try to pull this upset off.
Miles Thompson into the game for the Cougars. It's Ring Malif now, left side for Brian Taylor. It's Des Polk in the right corner, 4 to shoot, out for Brian. He'll fire from 3, and he didn't draw iron, and they throw it away. The rebound was caught by Ring Malif, who tossed it back out. Now it doesn't matter. It was going to go to Houston anyway on a shot clock violation. Here's Sharp, straight away, back up. He'll take a 3, and it goes. Oh, my goodness. Got the rim, got the glass, and goes down anyway.
SIU get a basket here, cut it to 6 or 5, right? And see if you can't get into this media timeout coming up. Stop the bleeding.
12-4, Houston on top. And it's right now a 10-0 run. They get inside. Nice work by Miles Thompson. He just waited long enough. Little hesitation there before he goes up.
Hometown kid going up and finishing. That's a kid who read the scouting report, but granted, he does that all the time. But they can block some shots. They're athletic. Got them off their feet. Got an easy layup.
12-6, 14:50 to play, first half. Juwan Roberts straight away will hand it away to Cryer. Cryer looking for space, driving right, dishing it back to his left, and it's laid up and in by Roberts.
That's the second time we've seen that middle ball screen action hurt SIUE tonight. They're going to have to adjust that quickly in the timeout.
14:35 to play here in the first half. Houston on top, 14-6. They force a turnover. Nope, it's going to be Houston ball. And it's also going to take us to our first timeout. 14:29 to play. First half, first game of the first round here in Wichita. 14-6. It's the number 1 seed Houston on top of the 16 seed SIUE. And we'll come back on the Cougar Network and the Varsity Network app. We're back courtside in Wichita. Joe Pott, Christoph Kendrick is the Cougars of SIUE trail the Houston Cougars 14-6 here in the early going. It's a 12-2 run right now for SIUE, but you mentioned it. Miles Thompson answered, getting in there, getting a basket, kind of stopping the bleeding. Now, Houston did score right before the timeout, but you still feel like you're not just at the end of that run right now for Houston, as Houston has it back coming out of the time.
Right, and it's a mental game now, Joe. You want to keep this thing within 5 to 7 points all the first half and make Houston start to doubt themselves. Remember, SIUE's the underdog. They can play with no pressure. For Houston, it's all on their shoulders.
Uzan will hand it out high away for Cryer. Cryer, step back three with a hand in his face.
That's great defense by Desmond Polk. Joe, you said it earlier, LJ Cryer's a third-team All-American. That's why right there. I mean, that's why Houston won the Big 12, which is the top 2 conference in college basketball because of guys like that.
Declan Dillon in the game for Miles Thompson straight away. Thompson trying to get down right side. Got doubled, throws it out. Lots of time. Des Polk, three. Just missed. Rebound in the air, grabbed by Cryer. And nearly a takeaway. Rayshon Taylor flying into the passing lane there.
That was a good look for Desmond Polk.
It really was. And what they did well, right, is pull that double team to the low block, and then you got the opposite wing is open for Des Polk.
Lifts up, and he's wide open. They did a good job with the skip pass and just didn't knock it in. That's 2 or 3 times now SIU's got an open look. You got to make those, regardless of who you're playing,
right.
Certainly in a game today.
Cougars, of course, of SIUE making their first appearance in the NCAA tournament. 7th straight appearance, 26th overall for Houston. 3rd straight #1 seed for Houston. The rebound is loose on the floor and tracked down by Houston. Arsenault gives it off right for Uzan. He'll work on the right wing. Uzan trying to get to the top of the key. Trying to slip by Thompson. Drives, lays it up and in.
Seeing Uzan right there, just quickly going to cut middle right there off the dribble, finishing with his left. Again, the Cougars' strength, the Houston Cougars' strength, is their superior athleticism.
19-6, Houston on top of SIUE. 13 minutes to play. First half, Rayshon Taylor with it away from the basket on the right side. For Dillon, just off to the left side now. Declan Dillon with 10 to shoot. Drives, circles, kicks it out. Rayshon Taylor's going to go straight down, floats it up. Missed the shot. Ball is knocked out of play, and it'll belong to SIUE. Houston has won 13 straight games coming into this game, including the Big 12 tournament. They've been a Sweet 16 team the last 2 years. They were an Elite 8 team 3 years ago, and they were a Final Four team in 2021.
And I'm not so sure they wouldn't have got there last year. Probably wouldn't have got hurt.
Miles Thompson, left side, trying to get inside. Baseline, backs out, kicks it opposite wing. Pickett, 7 to shoot for Pickett. Inside, right block. Sakanis threw it away.
Just a little too hot right there. Arnie with it was the right look, just a little too high. Some of that pressure and that athleticism can get to you. You got to be able to calm down and play through it.
Same thing. He goes low block, right side. It opens up the opposite wing. They tried to get it back, and like you said, that pass just a little bit high for Des Polk. 12-19 to play. First half. Houston on top, 19-6. The #1 seed here in the Midwest against the 16th seeded Cougars of SIUE. Baseline turnaround's good for Javier Francis.
Beautiful move by Francis right there, going over his right shoulder. Faked Artie out, going left, came back and finished.
21-6. This is another 9-0 run. It's now a 19-2 run in total for Houston. Miles Thompson into the right short corner. Got doubled. Can't get out of it. Throws it away. It's a turnover, and here comes Sharp the other way. He'll leave it for Wilson. Wilson through the lane. Missed the layup. Rebound loose. The SIUE has it. Brian Taylor coming the other way. He'll slow it up on the wing. Now Dillon's going to go straight down. High floater. Dillon knocks it down.
Great job there by Brian Taylor in transition, finding Dillon open as he made a nice cut, floater finish, stop the bleeding. That's a nice little 4-point swing. Keep chipping in, get defensive stops.
21-8, Houston on top of SIUE. 11:15 to play here in the first half. Uzan, right side, steps left, fires from 3. Got it, man.
That's a second friendly roll for him, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Joe, I talk about Houston's defense, but they're 10th in the country offensively.
They are.
I mean, this is as well-rounded of a basketball team.
There's only 4 teams that are top 10 Ken Pom offensive and defensive efficiency, and they're one of them. Yep. Cougars get underneath for Arnie Sakanis, who's fouled right under the basket. He's going to go to the free throw line, and it's going to come after a timeout. 10:46 to play here in the first half in Wichita. Houston 24, SIUE 8. We're taking a break. We're coming back to Wichita after this.
Discover invaluable educational experiences at a common price here. Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. The right place, the right people. So you can only tomorrow. Take your first steps to a promising future at SIUE.
Arnie Sikanis at the free throw line for the SIUE Cougars. Sikanis a 52% shooter. SIUE as a team, just a 68% shooting team, and the first one missed for Sikanis. It has been a tough stat for them all year long.
Yeah, Arnie's a big guy. He gets fouled. You know, he's going to have to make those as his career goes on. But you said it, Joe. Last year, in the last couple of years, an excellent free throw shooting team. To this year, reverting back a little bit, and it hadn't been a strength of the team.
Second one is good for Sikanis. He'll sit. Kyle Thomas will check back in for SIUE with Taylor, Pickett, Malith. It's the five on the floor for SIUE right now. 10:37 to play. 24-9, Houston on top. Sharp with it near side. Emmanuel Sharp, redshirt junior, honorable mention, Big 12. And he'll fire from the right side and knock it down. Sharp, 2.4 threes per game.
Yeah, he's one of the things Coach Sampson did over the last few years. As good as they've been, they were never a great three-point shooting team. They were always great defensively. Now, I think they're top 15 in the country, if I'm not mistaken. And I think shoot 39% as a team.
Actually, how about 40% as a team? Number 4 in the country. Here's Brian Taylor in the lane. That was too strong, and the rebound yanked down by Javier Francis. They're going the other way. Brian Taylor, good defense, forcing Wilson outside. Wilson wanted to get right down the left side of that lane. Brian Taylor did a nice job of forcing him away. Total rebounds tonight so far, 9-2, Houston. 9:35 to play first half. They get it inside. Francis ducks under, missed the layup, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Joe, we need to see something from Ring Malif. I think his versatility as a player, his athleticism, his ability to dribble, drive, and score has got to come up when you play a high major team, a number one seed like this. And then obviously Ray Taylor, still plenty of time left in this game, but you're down 18. You don't want to dig a bigger hole. This is already extremely tough to come back from. But those two, I think, need to step up offensively.
Francis missed the shot. Well, they're also a very good free throw shooting team. Houston comes in at 74% from the free throw line. JBR Francis, 71% individually from the line, but his first one missed. The second one is on its way. And it missed. We had a whistle.
I think Pickett.
Lane violation.
Yeah.
So Francis will have another attempt at the free throw line. And that one goes. .9:30 here in the first half. 28-9, Houston on top. SIUE brings it back. Ryan Taylor skipping his way through the center circle. Now back to his left, driving left of the lane. Kicks it out for Malith, right side for Rayshawn Taylor. Rayshawn down the lane, throws it up, missed the shot, takes a hit, and he'll go to the free throw line. So his first points in the NCAA tournament potentially are coming at the free throw line.
Really good ball movement there by SIUE Cougars. Getting everyone to shift on defense gives Ray Taylor the
it's hard, right? The Cougars and Cougars.
Yeah. You got to be specific, right? Yeah. I'm so used to saying Cougars, now I'm saying SIUE.
That's right. The all-time leading scorer at SIUE is Rayshawn Taylor, who just scored his 1,953rd point, and that's his first point in NCAA play. He had been 0 for 3 from the field, but he's on the board now, courtesy of the free throw line. Here's the second shot coming for Rayshawn Taylor. It's good as well. You cannot say enough about the career that he has composed at SIUE. And this year particularly has just been a crowning achievement for him.
It's really a reward for him, and it's good to see a kid, or anyone, but especially a kid, have hard work pay off. Think about all those knee injuries he had too, Joe, and he just keeps coming back and keeps getting better.
Little slit from the left side, won't go for Cryer. Rebound is out of bounds. Brian Taylor thought he had let go of it when he landed out of bounds, but not so. By the way, Doug shows Antonio Petty, Jason Baker. Those are our officials tonight. So it's Houston ball from under the basket. Uzon is the trigger. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They get it in mid-post, get it back into the corner. Uzon will bring it out on the wing with 4 to shoot. Uzon baseline, long shot, miss, side of the basket, no good, and a shot clock violation.
Good to see SIUE's aggressiveness back. They get downhill. Ray makes a couple of free throws. You get a stop down here on a shot clock violation. Very good sign to see.
You always talk about like either the small victories or like the little segments, right?
Yes.
It can start like that. It can start by Rayshawn Taylor getting a contact, getting some points, and then now we see it extend this possession, and now they're back on offense. Rayshawn Taylor outside the center circle, leaves it for Sakanis, gets it back, left side. He'll work to the top of the key, put it up, knock it down. It's a 2, but it's good.
Great action right there, a little pitch, and then come right back off a ball screen, putting Houston in precarious position. I'll tell you, SIUE's offense, they have made some shots today, but they're getting great looks. The game plan has been very good.
LJ Cryer down the right of the lane. Floater is good. Cryer has 8.
That's just so tough. Shooting over a 6'11" guy like that.
30-13. Rayshawn Taylor for Ring Malith. His 3, no good. Backside rebound corralled by Sharp. Here comes Houston the other way with Uzon. For Tugler. Tugler baseline blocked. Sakanis stuffed him.
Great timing by Arnie there. He kind of lost him in transition, but then he makes up for it right there.
And a poke 3 goes down.
And SIUE makes him pay.
The crowd liked it. Low block on one end, the three on the other side.
Hey, Joe, it's filled in nicely here.
Oh, it's full. It is full. Mizzou also here, so a lot of folks from the St. Louis area. Drake is here, so Missouri Valley Conference fans familiar. Georgia, Gonzaga, UNC Wilmington. Those are the other teams here in this first and second round site. 32-16, SIUE trails Houston, 7:05 to play, first half. Des Polk outside the center circle for Sakanis. High off the left elbow, hands away to Ring Malith. Malith with Brian Taylor to his left in the corner. He almost lost the dribble, got it back. He'll fade away, got blocked. And it's out of bounds. It was caught out of bounds by Tugler, so it'll be SIUE ball. Now, I think they mistakenly reset the shot clock. I don't think it should have been, but it's going to be SIUE ball coming out of a break. 6:47 left here in the first. 32-16, Houston over SIUE.
More efficient, better medical diagnostics. We're not just imagining the future. We're building it.
(32-16) SIUE trails Houston. There's going to be 4.7 seconds on the shot clock, so that's what I thought when I saw that they put 30 back up. They mistakenly hit reset, but that ball was caught basically out of bounds, so there was actually no change in possession.
Correct. Yep. He blocked it to himself.
That's right. 6:47 left, first half here in Wichita. Brian Taylor's the trigger for SIUE. To the top of the key for Rayshon Taylor. Rayshon drives in, fades away, just missed. Rebound grab by Francis. Houston coming back the other way.
Tell you what, Joe, one thing 14 minutes in this game as well, SIUE has not got any second chance points themselves. As I say that, Houston gets another one.
Javier Francis with the tap in. Second chance, 6-0. in favor of Houston here in the early going. Brian Taylor, left side, got stripped but picks it up. Rayshon Taylor catches just inside the arc. Step back, 3 on the way. Taylor just missed. Rebound yanked down by Roberts. It's Uzan again across the timeline, left side to the top of the key. Right back for Roberts. The layup missed. Backside rebound caught by Francis. Ball is loose. Houston's got it right now. Sharp on the floor, and it's still missed. Another miss from Francis, but a foul on Rayshon Taylor right underneath the basket.
You saw the weak side help come over and take away the layup there, which is why he airballed it. Missed it so bad, it probably helped Houston. But that was a great adjustment by SIUE staff on that. However, you got to get those 50-50 balls. Houston got them again. Now they're going to get 2 free throws.
Francis back to the free throw line, where he is 1 out of 2. First shot's good, extending the lead out to 35-16. Second shot for Francis is also good. .546 to play. First half, 20-point advantage for Houston, the number 1 seed over the 16th seeded SIUE Cougars. Rayshon Taylor just outside the center circle, inside the March Madness logo to the right side for Polk. Back for Rayshon Taylor. Declan Dillon on the left side. Dillon to the baseline for Sikanis from the post. Turn around. Yep.
Nice finish there by Artie Sikanis. You saw Francis come over and rotate. It was like Artie hit a brick wall. He didn't travel. He kept his balance. Went up, went over that left shoulder, scored it.
5:11 to play here in the first half. They get underneath. We've got a foul coming up on Dillon.
Good little slash cut there. Cryer was able to get open enough on it. Dillon didn't quit on the play. You hear some boos in the background. He blocked that pretty clean, Joe. I think they're saying maybe there was a little body contact before the block.
They just saw the replay up on the board, too. And we got nothing but SIUE fans behind us.
Right.
Can't say Cougar fans. Here's Cryer to the free throw line. He's a 92% shooter for the year, and he missed.
And he missed it. Looked like he short-armed it.
Cryer right now with 8 points. 3 of 8 shooting. Another one coming up for the grad student from Katy, Texas, and he knocks down the second. 5:06 to play first half, 37-18. Houston on top of SIUE. Declan Dillon for Sikanis. Off the left side. Top of the key, Miles Thompson. Thompson hands away to Rayshon Taylor, who ducks underneath Cryer. Gets it back to Thompson in the short corner, swings it out opposite wing. Taylor, Dillon, Thompson. Thompson's going to drive from that left side. He lost the ball. It's loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Cryer eventually. Cryer swings it out for Uzan. He's got a 3, right side, good. Rattles it home.
Joe, you're seeing why Houston is so good. We've seen Miles Thompson do that, where he just drives with his left hand. The help was there. He just swiped it out and led to a transition 3.
Houston is now 6 of 10 from three-point range, 15 of 25 overall shooting, and Houston leads at 40-18 as SIUE calls a timeout. This now will be immediate timeout, something new for the NCAA tournament as the first half, first called, is immediate. We'll be back to Wichita. 4:29 to play, first half here in Wichita. Joe Pott, Christoph Kendrick with you from the Midwest region. First round here, first game of the day here in Wichita. As the madness gets underway, Declan Dillon driving in right side, give it away to Sikanis, lays it in off the glass.
Bernardi's having a great game tonight, just going to the open spot. Both times has been assisted from Declan Dillon. Again, Joe, you said it all year. Whenever that kid comes to the game, good things happen.
It's without a doubt. I was talking to the national TV guys about it yesterday. You know, they're always looking for different stories, and a monster putback right there from Francis. He was above the rim before the shot missed.
That athleticism that this team has, Francis in particular, we talked about it as a key. Walkouts have got to happen.
Dillon driving. He'll be fouled. He couldn't get the shot to go down, but we talked a lot about, when I was talking to the national TV guys, about, you know, what else. Obviously, they know Rayshon's story, right? They know a lot of the stories, but they want to know some of the other stuff. And I talk about guys like Jordan Pickett, guys like Declan Dillon. Those are huge reasons why this team did what it did. We know about Miles Thompson and Ring Malik. There's a lot of those good stories, but there's also those guys that, you know, even if they only get a little bit of time, they make the most of what they get.
There's no question about it. They've done that all year and in crucial games, and that's why the Cougars are here.
3:50 to play. Timeout on the floor. 42-20. Houston on top.
We're at the OEC tournament, and my UC Martin guys are got this bag. I was like, I don't have it. I want to I love these. So I get there and I put a handful here. And then at the end of the tournament, they give me the whole orange bag. So I was like, well, I got to bring these with me. Get for winning. Like, dude, I love them. I think they're amazing. Did you get a start for double team this year? So nice. So much nice. Just the fact that you could walk and like the guys left for the game, all the fans like line the hallway. So much easier. I think they did it today though, and I love it because here, you don't have like the hotel we were in, all the movers. There were stickers all over the jack, the floor, like everything was SIUE. So I was really hoping play tomorrow, like stay the whole weekend. I did not want to go to Wichita. But you were right, every prediction. I know. Well, I told my wife she didn't understand like that. As we get closer and you see more and more brackets with the same pick, it's pretty clear. I was like, you know, the CBS guys are like, oh, they're not the guys for them. I was like, they know exactly what the guys for them are going to do. I was hoping for a second. I think that there was, like, depending on other stuff that happened, I think that could have been the case. There was not really up to it. It was that what do you get? Hang up down, set up. That caused me to go.
3:50 to play in the first half. It'll be Declan Dillon going to the free throw line for SIUE. We were just talking about Declan Dillon. 79% free throw shooter for the year for the 4-year player at Winona State. Here he is in his grad year and his only year at D1, and he's going to the NCAA tournament. And there was a shot that his brother was going to go from Bradley. I mean, how cool would that have been?
Who got a great NIT win last night. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you talk about guys making the most of that final year.
Without a doubt. Both free throws come up short for Declan Dillon. It stays 42-20, 3:45 to play here in the first half. Houston with it, and it's Uzon leaving it for Roberts, left side for Cryer. Cryer swings it back. Now it's Arsenault. Sophomore from Beaumont, Texas. Uzon again comes to get it. Uzon double teamed. They get it inside Roberts, outside Cryer, right back to Uzon with 3 to shoot. Uzon in the corner with 2, 1, the shot's away, and it goes. Arsenault knocks it down. It's a 2 from the left side.
Over Arnie Cicadas. And again, if you're SIUE, that's the third time tonight you got a great defensive possession, and they've just made a tough shot.
3:07 to play. Declan Dillon dribbles it down, puts it in for Cicadas. Back out, Polk, catch and shoot. Too strong. Miles Thompson right to Dillon, and they keep it alive. How about a backdoor cut for Des Polk?
Declan Dillon's been terrific tonight, Joe. That's his third assist. He got double teamed there, threw it to Arnie to give Polk the original 3. He's just been really good, not rattled by the moment at all.
And Des Polk with 5 points after he came up scoreless in the OVC championship game against SEMO. By the way, he's now second all-time in games played. With this game today, he passes Lamar Wright. Shamar Wright is the record holder. And we'll get a foul on Cicadas as Francis ducked under him on the baseline. And as he tried to come back reverse, Cicadas was over top of it.
Joe, one thing we talk about in college basketball at the high major level, you see like Matt Painter and Purdue, how they recruit, develop, and coach to a certain style. Houston does the same thing. Probably the 2 best at it. This is quintessential Kelvin Sampson right here. High-level defense, high-level athletes all over the floor who are skilled and can shoot it. And when you have a team like that can do all those things, it's almost like you're the perfect 2025 high major basketball team is what they are. And we're seeing that live and in person tonight.
294 wins in Houston for Kelvin Sampson, 794 wins overall for Kelvin Sampson, who coached against Tony Baroni, Brian's dad.
At Washington State, right?
And well, when he was at Oklahoma and Brian's dad was at Texas A&M, they were in the Big 12 together.
Right. That's right.
Brian played against Oklahoma when Kelvin Sampson was there. Oklahoma State, which one? Either way.
Yeah, Oklahoma, yeah.
Right.
And then Brian came to staff at Indiana right after Coach Sampson went to Houston. Yeah.
Correct. 2 minutes to play. Pickett with the rebound. He'll bring it back with the SIUE Cougars trailing 46-22 at the break. Miles Thompson, right side with 1:41 to play. Inside, backdoor cut. Rayshawn Taylor lays it up and in. He thought he got fouled.
Joe, right now there's 24 points with a minute and a half left. SIUE's done a real, I know it's not going to sound like it by saying 24 points, but the offense really has done a great job generating good looks.
1:22 left. They try to go backdoor. It's knocked away, and SIUE takes it away with a minute 15 to play. Jordan Pickett brings it across. Pickett forced that steal. It's exactly what I mean by Jordan Pickett making the most of his time in the game, affecting the game in a positive way. Here's Cicadas. Here's Pickett on right side with 13 to shoot. Miles Thompson left side, lob in for Cicadas. Cicadas catches, kicks in the corner, 3 on the way, just missed. Backside rebound, yanked down by Wilson. And then we get a jump, and that's going to be
Pickett again.
It'll be Houston ball, but that was Pickett again, forcing the tie-up.
Again, another really good offensive possession. Ball was shared, made the Houston Cougars get in rotation, and Brian Taylor was able to get an open 3 out of it.
.52 seconds to play here in this first half. 46-24. Houston on top of SIUE as Milos Uzon brings it ahead. Kicks it left for Tugler. Tugler back out onto the wing for Cryer to the top of the key. Cryer, deep 3 coming, and it's good. LJ Cryer now in double figures. That's his third 3 of the game.
We've seen Coach Baroni switch to that zone twice today, and Houston's made 2 deep 3s on it. It's just, sometimes it's not your night, and the first half has not been the SIUE Cougars night.
Houston 7 of 12 from 3. That's 58%. SIUE's 1 of 11 from 3 tonight. 14 seconds to play. The shot clock and game clock are nearly in sync. Brian Taylor moves to his left with 8. Comes back to the top of the key with 5. Lost the ball. Houston's got it back. It's Uzon. Left side, Cryer, three. Oh, my goodness. A backbreaker at halftime from LJ Cryer. 52-24 is your halftime score. Houston on top of SIUE. They're in the first round of the NCAA tournament thanks to a last-second three from LJ Cryer at the buzzer. He's got 15 first-half points. He's got 4 threes. They're going to just check to make sure, but I don't know, real time, right? It looked like it was there for sure, real time. The officials checking. And it does count. So it'll be a 52-24 halftime score. Houston on top of SIUE here in the first round of the NCAA tournament. You're listening to the Cougars on the SIUE Cougar Network via the Varsity Network app.
NCAA championship to do more for today's student athletes. The NCAA programs deliver $400,000 scholarships every year. Those scholarships are not guaranteed. Helpful well-being services are mandatory. Student athletes get tutoring as well as financial literacy coaching. Because almost everyone's going pro in something other than sports. The NCAA championship to do more for today's student athletes.
Everything comes from you. Brand new. See, the game changes, so easy. And you can't, everyone always get ready to 12. You're saying 16 strong. Everyone, anytime, so. And everyone else keeps asking,
What's it like to be a student athlete in the OVC? We rise to challenges and challenge others for high strengths. We show respect. We lead by example. In the OVC, we become champions on and off the field. That's OVC sports, and you got to OVC.
Oh, yeah. You know, on the got fighting all the so, yeah, everything that's happened this entire week. Find that shit. So, fine, man. That's what I think people are like, oh, yeah, well, you're going to get thrown out. You don't get it. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because over the last couple of years, I still have people that are like, you know, you're going to get one, right? You know how you answer that question? You're in the prison apparatus. That's it. That's like when people are like, oh, yeah, SIUE, let's take a scissors or whatever. Right? Like, that was kind of viral too. I know. You know, Brian. Yeah. Do it. You know what he was doing.
Halftime continues here in Wichita. SIUE trails Houston 52-24. Joe Pott, Christoph Kendrick with you, and you look and there's some numbers that stand out, and we talked about it during the half, and I talked about it with Andrew Gavin, that there's a lot of really good looks, and you can tell that the game plan that SIUE has offensively against Houston was good. Now, not all those shots went down. We know that. A couple things, though, when you look at a 20-6 advantage in rebounds for Houston, 8 made threes for Houston compared to 1 for SIUE. So there are definitely some things. But look at points in the paint, 16-14 the advantage to SIUE. People probably would not have expected that.
No, not at all. I mean, I think when you break it down, you're shooting 42% from the field against Houston. That's not bad.
Right.
It's really not.
Right.
Now, the 1 for 11 from three is what's killing you. And a lot of those 10 misses have been pretty good looks. Shots the Cougars normally make. But again, now you're on a bigger stage. Houston's athleticism, when you see them running at you, closing out, it can make a difference. It does make a difference. So it's a different beast. But Joe, you talked about the 20-6 rebounding. Part of that is Houston's not missing, so that Cougars can't get defensive rebounds. But when they do miss, they're giving up 8 offensive rebounds. And it feels like every single time it's 11 points.
And 10 second chance points. You're right, for Houston, no question. 15 for LJ Cryer, 14 for Milos Uzan, and 11 for Javier Francis for Houston. 6 points for Rayshawn Taylor leads the way for SIUE, 5 each for Des Polk and for Arnie Sakanis. Sakanis already has 2 blocks in the game. He's got he's got a rebound, I should say. 2 points each for a variety of Cougars. Brian Taylor, Miles Thompson, Declan Dillon, and Kyle Thomas all have 2 points for the SIUE Cougars. So again, yes, it's not going the way of SIUE from a score standpoint, but it has not been terrible. And it's certainly, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's almost a 30-point game.
I think you described it the best way you can. It really doesn't. To me, it's a matter of Houston is making, simple, right? Houston is making shots, which they're more than capable of doing, but SIUE's not. If this game is a little more average in terms of shot making, you're probably looking at a 44-32 type score, which isn't insurmountable, but now you're in a deep hole, down 28. What do you do here? First media timeout, let's cut it to 22. Next media timeout, let's get it to 16. And then from there, you think you got a shot. Now, that's easier said than done, but SIUE at this point, playing with house money.
Houston shoots at 46% per average for the year, which is really good. But it's not 61%, which is what they're shooting, which is what you're talking about when you say, if you bring this more to the mean, right? If you bring SIUE closer to its average of 43%, they're a little bit below it. You bring Houston down closer to its 46%. You're talking about a much different ball game in that regard.
Oh, no question about it.
Again, as you said, this is what we talk about all the time. You take each little segment here and you see what you can do.
And Joe, you're looking at Ring Malif 0 for 2, Rayshawn Taylor 2 for 8. That they're not going to win games in the OVC with that.
That's right.
I mean, let alone beat number 1 seeds. Those two had to have good games tonight for this upset to have a chance.
Cougars start with it. SIUE, that is. Des Polk on the left side, back straight away for Rayshawn Taylor. Ring Malif, right side for Brian Taylor. The little roll. Ring Malif underneath. Kicks it out for Polk. His 3 was short. Got his own rebound. Back out for Ring Malif. And the jumper won't go.
And again, 2 good looks, Joe. A good offensive set. Polk had a wide open look, just fell short.
19:30 to play here in the ball game. Uzan works his way to the left through the center circle. Hands off left side, Cryer. Right side now for Roberts. Juwan Roberts calling for Sharp to come get it. Who gets it on the right side. They roll it back in for Roberts. Roberts from the short corner, backing Kyle Thomas down, and he bangs it home off the glass.
I got to give Houston's bigs a lot of credit. They've really, really taken it to SIU's bigs. The 3 or 4 times they've gotten post touches down low.
Brian Taylor straight away. Kyle Thomas through the middle, lost the ball, and Houston's got it back. Turnover for the Cougars. It's number 6 for SIUE, which is, again, not terrible against a Houston team. They get it out to Cryer. His 3 is no good. Des Polk rebounds for SIUE. Now, this is what you're talking about, too, right? Houston didn't miss a lot, so you didn't have those rebounding opportunities in the first half. Rayshawn Taylor in the corner, out for Polk. Right side, Malif. Malif working against Cryer. Malif into the lane. trying to duck between his defenders. Ball's loose, and Tugler is knocked off his feet. He and Ring Malith got tied up, and both end up flat on their back.
Every time an SIUE, specifically a post player or a bigger player, has dribbled in the lane or got a post touch, the double team comes, and it is extremely aggressive. And they're not doing it because one said player they think is really good. They're doing it as a strategy. And that's why we've seen those open weak side looks when they've got a chance. And those have not gone in, but we've also seen a lot of turnovers out of it, which is what I think Houston is trying to get speed the SIUE Cougars up.
Emmanuel Sharp from Milos Uzan, who will bring it across the March Madness logo, give it away to Cryer on the left side. Cryer leaves it for Roberts. Now it's Sharp again. Roberts in the right corner, backing in against Thomas. Kick out. Sharp three on the way. No good. Missed off left. And Rayshon Taylor skies in for the rebound. Rayshon Taylor bringing it ahead for SIUE.
So after all those threes in the first half, Cryer and Sharp get wide open looks to start the second and miss.
Des Polk, Brian Taylor. Brian straight down the lane, lays it up.
And again, you see Houston's get put in them rotation after they double, and SIUE's been able to make a play out of it. The 3 or 4 times they've done that, they got shots at the rim.
Cryer leaves it for Sharp again. Sharp right side for Uzan, the junior from Las Vegas. Trying to work his way to the top of the key. Down left side, and he's blocked, and it's going to be a foul.
We're going to say Ray
foul. Yeah, it came just before the shot.
We couldn't hear the whistle.
Nope. And we, for those that don't know, we're directly across from the SIUE bench, which means the SIUE fans are filling the 2 sections, at least 2 sections behind us right now, all on their feet.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout. Coach Baroni had made a point of emphasis to talk about over the years how the community of Edwardsville, Collinsville, surrounding area has really supported this team and this program, and you're seeing it play out today. It's not only like a great reward for the basketball team, but for the community as well.
I think that's exactly what Brian Baroni thought of it as well. First one good, second one also good for Uzan. He's extended the lead to 56-26. He's got 16 himself. Brian Taylor just outside the center circle, the junior from St. Louis for Rayshon Taylor. And Taylor's fouled. So Wichita's not terrible at drive. It's about 7 or so from Edwardsville. But when you look behind us and you look at the amount of SIUE fans, the amount of apparel that we can see behind us in black and red, and it's impressive. They wanted to see this appearance by their Cougars. Spinning in the lane, rising up is Brian Taylor for the basket.
Nice move by BT there.
56-28, 16:50 to play. Uzan drives, baseline, kick out, right side, 3 on the way. Sharp was short. Des Polk had it. It's knocked out of play, and it's going to belong to Houston. They thought Juwan Roberts got a hand on it. It went through the hands of Des Polk. It looked like Roberts might have touched it on its way out, but it's going to be Houston ball, and the shot clock to 20. Uzan triggers in, baseline, Tugler. Oh, that could have been an elbow right there. I could have definitely made a case for an offensive foul, but the Cougars grabbed the rebound anyway. Brian Taylor drives. Wouldn't get the basket, but he is fouled.
I think he can get 2 shots on it.
So Brian Taylor will go to the free throw line.
SIUE going with almost a hockey lineup change here. 4 guys going to sub in.
Brian Taylor's free throw is good. He is a 72% shooter at the free throw line. SIUE today, 4 of 7 at the free throw line. Thompson, Pickett, Dillon, all checking in for SIUE. And Sakanis. I think Arnie came in, right?
Yes.
Brian Taylor's got another shot to come at the free throw line. His shot is good. 2 for 2 for Brian Taylor. 16:33 to play in the second half. LJ Cryer will bring it ahead for the Houston Cougars. Leave it for Uzon. Declan Dillon guards. Cryer catches on the right wing. He'll come to the top of the key. Leave it off right. Get it right back. Straight away. Three on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Francis with his back to the basket. And we've got a foul on SIUE. And this half for Houston, they're 0 for 4 shooting the ball from three-point range. They were 8 of 17 in the first half.
And it's Cryer and Sharp, the two best shooters who have taken all four. But again, the offensive rebound there, that is what has hurt the Cougars. Well, one of the things that have hurt the SIUE Cougars tonight.
The inbounds comes to Francis. Long reach with the left hand, goes down.
Joe, I couldn't describe it better. Long reach. He's not that tall. He's not
right
that
up over
tall.
top.
And right up over the top, he has got a tremendous wingspan.
Over under 16 now. That lead is right at 28, which is where it was at the half. Declan Dillon trying to get space. Out for Brian Taylor. A three on the way is no good. The rebound is out of play. It'll be SIUE ball, and it'll be after the break. 15:40 left in the ball game. Midwest region here in Wichita. It's the number 1 seed Houston on top of the 16 seed, the SIUE Cougars, 58-30. We'll take a break. $15:40 to play here in this second half. SIUE trailing 58-30. Dillon trying to get it in for Sakanis. It's knocked out of play. It'll stay with SIUE.
I've talked all year about how good Coach Brony's out of bounds plays have been. Wanted to get one off there, and Houston was able to just get a hold of it. Let's see what we can do on the short side out of bounds here.
Taylor bounces in for Dillon. Straight away now for Miles Thompson. Dillon on the dribble, right side. He's going to take on the defenders. Baseline, tried to get it over his shoulder. Sakanis, that's off of Houston. It'll stay with the Cougars. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Someone's got to get it. That's going to take too much time. No, it almost got there. Little baby hope was short.
Dillon trying to make a play, picks up a foul right there. He's been a bright spot tonight, Gil. See if we can petition the NCAA, get him one more year.
Hey, I think anybody around here would take it.
Yeah.
A rebound, 3 assists in 8 minutes of play. Now Rayshon Taylor's back in the game for the Cougars with 15 minutes to play. Arsenault for Wilson. Wilson rolls it inside. Roberts lost it out of bounds. It'll be SIUE ball. Declan Dillon brings it across the March Madness logo, leaves it for Rayshon Taylor. Dillon again on the left side. Dillon around a screen. Drew the double team. Finds Rayshon just to the left. Rayshon Taylor. He's doubled now. Gets it in the corner. Back for Dillon. 9 to shoot. Dillon through the lane. Lost the ball. Arsenault saves it and throws it out for Wilson. He'll lob it up ahead for Emmanuel Sharp, who drives and draws contact. Pickett with the foul.
Houston just does a good job defending you man-to-man, and then if you do get beat, or you slightly get beat, that help side is right there, and they rotate so fast. They've got the athletes to do it. It's really hard when they get that wall set up to score.
.29 left. Ball is loose again. Pickett's got a steal. Ahead for Dillon. Dillon to the basket, blocked away. Dillon ends up still 2 to Mercy Miller. They both ended up in the cameraman's lap on the underside of the basket. Here's Sharp on the other end. Baseline. Threw it back out for Francis, or Wilson rather. His fadeaway won't go. Pickett rebounds. Pickett with Rayshon Taylor to his right. He'll work it back left. Keep it on the dribble. 14 minutes to play. Rayshon's got it right wing now. He'll rise up for 3. He missed it. Back iron, no good. And now Thompson's going to get a foul as he tried to strip it on the rebound from Francis.
Not a fan of the call either. It's Thompson, as the official tells him to go down the other end. But certainly not, not a great night for Ray Taylor thus far. And that was an NBA 3 with a guy in his face right there.
I think I would just love to see a 3 go down for Rayshon Taylor here in the tournament. Like, don't finish off over.
Right. I completely agree with you, Joe.
And a foul coming on the shot. Arsenault shook the coverage initially, and then Thompson closed out and got him on the foul. Got him on the shot, I should say. Arsenault to the free throw line, 6'6" sophomore from Beaumont, Texas, 74% shooter at the line for the year. First free throw, spins away. Wouldn't go down.
Joe got kind of a stalemate here in terms of score in the last few minutes.
2 minutes and 58 seconds, no points for SIUE. 2 minutes and 34 seconds, no points for Houston. And now they've got a point, still without a field goal in some time. The scoring drought is over. It's 59-30 Houston. Pickett's got it right side. Crisscrosses the court for Rayshon Taylor, who got stuck under the basket, and the ball's picked off by Miller. Mercy Miller. Wilson out for Miller again. Miller under the basket all the way on the baseline for Sharp in the corner. Actually, it's Arsenault in the corner. Arsenault gets called for the offensive foul. Rayshon Taylor hugged right on his shoulder there, and that's when you either get the shoulder down from the offensive player or enough of the chicken wing that it's going to be called for a foul?
And he definitely dipped the shoulder into him. Ray sold it well, too, and good job moving his feet, getting there. And now finally a Houston turnover.
It's 120 games for Rayshon Taylor. You don't think he knows how to draw a foul, right?
Yeah, he's done that a time or two.
He has. No question. Pickett in the corner, catch and shoot three. Off the top of the backboard, no good. And we've got a foul on the rebound, and the foul's going to go against Javier Francis for Houston. It'll be SIUE ball out of bounds under the basket.
And again, Joe, really good play call. Pickett was open, but the closeout was so quick. He's seeing it, and that speed and athleticism just continue to bother the Cougars when they shoot these jump shots.
Declan Dillon can't get it in. And it's knocked out of play, ultimately by Kyle Thomas.
The length again.
.12:45 to play here in the second half. And again, the score still hasn't moved very much. We went to that last media time and out at 58:30, and it's 59:30 right now. And we're approaching another media timeout. We're getting close to the under 12. Arsenal drives from the right side, now retreats back onto the wing. He'll try to drive again. Fade away from the block is good. Pickett will bring it back for SIUE. Kyle Thomas onto the wing. Nobody's home.
Joe, again, and Thomas instinctively, as if he knew a double was coming after the ball screen was doubled up top, just turned it through to the weak side. And you said it, nobody was home. And so you got to make sure you got to be aware of what's going on.
Well, and we saw that a lot in the first half, right? Draw the double team to the short corner, swing it out to the opposite wing. And we saw really good looks there in the first half. They didn't necessarily go down, but the Cougars got the looks they wanted in those situations.
And now with a 31-point lead, Houston's just not going to help off that much and allow any threes.
12 minutes to play with that 31-point advantage. Sharp spins at the top of the key. His shot rims out. Rayshon Taylor with the rebound ahead for Pickett.
Great block out by Sakanis that time, too.
Pickett working from the short corner, out for Rayshon Taylor. Taylor turns the corner, draws the double. Now he works against Wilson. Kick out for Pickett, lost the ball. It's loose on the floor. Ring Malith scoops it up. Malith's going to drive, lay it up, miss the shot. Sakanis is fouled as he goes for the rebound.
He's going to get two when we come back.
11:29 left in this one. 61-30, Houston Cougars over the SIUE Cougars in the first round in Wichita. And we'll be back. Joe Pot, Christoph Kendrick with you from Intrust Arena here in Wichita, Kansas. First and second rounds. We're looking at some classic old Final Four shots on the video board. I think I saw one of the St. Louis Arena up there.
Yeah.
They had a Final Four there. That's a UCLA win there. Oh, first free throw. Hit, I think, 3 or 4 sides of the rim and then bounced out for Arnie Sakanis.
And Houston had 2 on that same rim in the first half that hit everything and then went in.
Oh, same thing happened on the second one. Arnie Sakanis misses them both. Houston takes it back. 11:25 to play here in this first round game in Wichita. We were joking. This one's Cougars versus Cougars. The next one's Bulldogs versus Bulldogs. It's Georgia and Gonzaga in the next round, or in the next game, rather, which is, by the way, the winners will play in the next round. As a 3 goes down finally for Terrence Arsenault. That's the first 3. Check it. It's the second 3 of the second half. No, it's the first. It is the first 3 of the second half for Houston.
Joe, how long have SIUE been stuck on 30?
A while.
Yeah.
They have not scored in 5 minutes and 33 seconds now.
You see why Houston's such a good program. There's no let up here right now. They're going to make SIUE earn everything, despite this being a 34-point difference with 10 and a half minutes to go. There's no let up. They're going to keep getting better. Coach Sampson's not going to let them up. Otherwise, they're going to be on the bench if they don't play hard.
Taylor draws a foul, fading away from just inside the free throw line, so he's going to go back to the free throw line. Tonight he's 2 for 2 there. He's just 2 for 9 shooting the ball. He was the best free throw shooter in the Ohio Valley Conference this year at 85%, and he misses his first.
Man, that's 3 free throws in a row missed too, Joe.
And as a team today, SIUE is 5 of 11 at the free throw line. Another shot to come. That one's good for Taylor, who looks like he's holding his arm in pain. Looks like he was grabbing I think he was grabbing his left arm, but it's hard to tell with the traffic in front of us.
Hoping and wishing it in basket.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing he was kind of body language trying to sway that one down. Houston's got it back. It's Wilson who will feed it out to Tugler, who hands it away. The 3's no good for Miller. Rayshon Taylor rebounds. He looks all right, bringing it up the floor. Rayshon guarded closely by Emmanuel Sharp. Swings it for Brian Taylor. 3 is no good. Sakanis fights for the rebound, and he won't get it. Tugler had his hands all over it.
Another good look for Brian Taylor right there. Good, flare screen in there by Relief. Just didn't go in.
Here's Arsenault. Second drive is good. He backed up and then took a second effort. 66-31 Houston with inside of 10 minutes to play in this game. They get out on the wing for Polk. Polk drives down the lane. He'll try it with the right hand. No good. Rebound grabbed by Arsenault. Total rebounds right now 28-15 in favor of Houston, and another block from Arnie Sakanis as he got Sharp.
Second one he's had tonight.
Third, I think.
Third, yeah.
Could have made a case for an offensive foul there. There was a little bit of a shove against Rayshon Taylor before he went to the basket. .9:29 left. Miles Thompson is back in. Ring Malith is back in. Sakanis and Rayshon Taylor check out. Arsenault between the circles to his right on the wing, guarded by Thompson. Terrence Arsenault, top of the key, long 2, no good, off the front iron. Rebound, there's a foul first, and the foul's going to be, I think, on Miles again, right?
Yeah.
It is, undercutting.
And Joe, it looked like Houston was the defensive team the way they were blocking out the SIUE players to go for that offensive board.
Mercy Miller to the free throw line, the freshman from Sherman Oaks, California, a 70% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. So the only point the Cougars have had in a while has been on the single free throw from Rayshon Taylor. They're coming up on 8 minutes without a field goal. Malith trying to get it to Kyle Thomas, who's got it high on the right side. Thomas drives in, short corner, tried to get it to the wing and lost it. It's out. It's taken away by Emmanuel Sharp.
That's a second turnover he had just like that.
Arsenal again on the left side. It's 8:06 now, the lack of a field goal for SIUE. They go back up top. Sharp drives into contact. Kyle Thomas is going to be the guilty. Nope, it's Brian Taylor who got him on the reach before he got to Thomas. First free throw for Sharp is good. Emmanuel Sharp, first free throw of the game. He is an 89% shooter. Redshirt junior. He was an honorable mention All Big 12 player. Down below his average tonight. He's only got 8 with that free throw. He averages near 13 as Cordelius Jefferson, a redshirt freshman from Mississippi, checks in for Houston. Kelvin Sampson can start lengthening his bench a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to see Sharp or Cryer again.
And why, right?
Yeah, right.
They got a game to play in 2 days, probably. Yep. Second round here on Saturday, obviously.
Another double team.
Thompson out for Polk. Inside it goes. Outside it goes to the wing. Thompson almost lost it. Polk's got to get rid of it. 3 is no good. Rebounded in front by Wilson. And the streak goes on. SIUE can't make a shot here these days, but they get a takeaway here as it gets inside to Miles Thompson. And he'll bring it back for the Cougars, for the SIUE Cougars, that is. Driving, and he still couldn't get it to go.
He went coast to coast, was determined to get downhill on that one.
That's going to take us to the under 8, 7:52 to play. And the Cougars struggling to score here in the second half. They trail 70-31. Final 7:52 here to come from Wichita. It has been a very slow second half for the Cougars of SIUE. Just 7 points in the second half, and they trail 70-31. And we said it coming on. The scoring defense for Houston, second in the nation at 59 points a game. Now, SIUE, nothing to sneeze at. 66 points a game regularly. That's 36th in the nation. And they're both very good at limiting the other's field goal shooting. But today, it's been much more in the favor of Houston. Although in the second half, Houston is only shooting 33% from the field.
Yeah, and credit SIUE's defense with that too, right?
Yeah.
And we know the Cougars, SIUE Cougars, are a really good defensive team as well. But first half, Houston got hot. I think that opening play by dunk by Kyle Thomas got the Houston Cougars' attention.
It did.
And from there, they just put on the afterburner.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
It was, a very quick kind of like, oh, okay. And then off they went. Cornelius Jefferson rising up from the left elbow, missed the shot. Rayshawn Taylor pursues the rebound in the corner. And he'll bring it ahead for SIUE for Malith. Back for Taylor. Rayshawn through the lane. Taylor scoops it up, missed the shot, came up short. Cougar fans wanted a foul. Arsenault from the top of the key. Three wouldn't go. Rebound on front, loose. Malith has it for SIUE. Bring Malith. Scoops it out. Rayshawn Taylor. Three. Short. Des Polk with a long rebound. Cougars keep it alive. Desmond Polk through the lane. He is fouled.
Des will get a chance to get 2 free throws here. Yeah, again, Ray Taylor got an open look that time, and it just was short again. It's almost like he looks tired a little bit too, Joe. I mean,
it's been a long season.
Yeah, I mean, you got to add that in for sure. But
this is game number 34.
Game 120 overall for him.
Right? And for Des Polk, game number 144 for him. Again, he is only trailing Shamar Wright. He passed Lamar Wright for the career games played list as Malik Wilson floats one in from the right side. 72-32, Houston on top. Rayshawn Taylor for Miles Thompson. For Kyle Thomas, around for Des Polk. Rayshawn, right side, three. There it is. Rayshawn Taylor's got a three in the NCAA tournament.
Nice set play there by Coach Baroni. Ray stepped up, knocked it in, and ended the streak, or ended the drought, I think, which was over 10 minutes at this point for a field goal.
Rayshawn Taylor's in double figures as well for the 99th time in his SIUE career. This one's poked out of play. And it's going to be Houston ball.
I think is the correct call. I think Dez hit it last.
$99 double-digit scoring games for Rayshawn Taylor among 120 played in his career.
It's not bad. Nothing is not bad.
You are not kidding. 1,962 points right now. More than any other player that's come through SIUE. He broke a scoring record that had stood for about 30 years at SIUE. Longer than that, because it was early 90s as this one's knocked out of play. This one's going to go to Houston. And again, much to the chagrin of the SIUE fans.
Oh, you know what? That was a good call.
Okay.
Fooled me too.
So it'll be Houston ball, 5:40 to play. The trigger is Jefferson. Baseline, he goes for Miller. Miller trying to get in the lane. His floater wouldn't go, and SIUE rebounds with Kyle Thomas. Here comes Pickett. Pickett up the floor. Drives in from the right. Got stuck on the baseline. Out for Thomas. Top of the key. Taylor for three. Nope, not that time. And it was there.
It looked good, didn't it?
It was there. Jefferson the other way. Hands it away. That three missed. Backside rebound, Miles Thompson. Pace is picked up here a little bit. Miles Thompson trying to get down the lane.
Long reach, high off the guard skills again, Joe. We saw him do that late in the regular season. You know what, though? I think he does it about once a game. Maybe not coast to coast,
but probably better than you expect as far as sometimes taking that drive. Wilson drives the other way for Houston, and he ran into Rayshon Taylor. Now he turns the other direction. Taylor and Thomas have him bottled up as he gets it out to Jefferson. Jefferson drives, kicks right. Miller pulls up for three. At the end of the shot clock, it missed. The rebound's out of bounds, and it's SIUE ball with 4:32 left in the second half. 72-37.
And, Joe, I think at this point, you know what? Obviously, you're going to be disappointed with the outcome tonight if you're an SIUE Cougar. But I think for the fans, the players, the coaches, try to look big picture here, right? You're here. Enjoy this last 4 minutes. I know that's hard to say when you're down almost 40, but remember what got you here, right? And remember the journey and how satisfying it was. And SIUE earned the right. They deserve to be here today.
This is Cedric Lott in the game for Houston as well. He leaves it for Jefferson. Ball's knocked away, kicked. Jefferson keeps it alive. They have to turn and fire at the end of the shot clock. It missed. Lott rebounds. Lott's reverse is blocked, and it somehow ends up back in his hands. Out for Jefferson. His three won't go. And Kyle Thomas yanks this one down. 3:42 to play. Rayshon Taylor up front again. Taylor looking for space. Rayshon for Thompson. Thompson thought about a three.
He sure did.
Now he's going to drive into the lane. Another long reach, right hand, no good. Or left hand, I should say. Rebounded by Houston. They have out-rebounded the Cougars in this game, 44-22. 3:15 left as Arsenault drives. Now he comes back out on the right wing. Arsenault works against Thomas, who blocks a three. And a loose ball in the hands of SIUE. Rayshon Taylor bounces for Thomas, who misses the dunk, but he draws the foul.
And he'll get 2 free throws and come back from the break here.
SIUE has blocked 5 shots today compared to Houston's 4. Timeout on the floor, 2:53 to play. It's the final media timeout as SIUE trails Houston here in this first round game. It's 72-37. We'll take a break.
So we're asking for your help. Please grab your trash and take it with you on your way to the exit. We've got to get this place clean so we can get everyone back in the facility.
.253 left in the second half. SIUE trailing Houston 72-37. First round Midwest region. Number 1 seeded Houston looking to move on. Joe Pott, Christoph Kendrick with you. Kyle Thomas at the free throw line for SIUE. First shot's good for Kyle Thomas. He's got 3 points tonight. Thomas during the year, 63%. Had a tough start to the season on the out injured to start the year, but has made a big difference. And then when you think about the rotation, the bigs rotation, when you think about Miles Thompson, Kyle Thomas, and Arnie Sakanis, and really when you think about Kyle missed time, Arnie missed time, but when you think about that 3-man big rotation, there's a lot to like, and it's coming back.
Yeah, it really, it's depth. They're all good. They all have certain things they're better at than the other. And it really brings a different dynamic. It's tough to scout and prepare for when you're the opposing team, knowing that those guys, one's a great shot blocker, one can really score, down low. It's just a different dynamic that you love to have that you really don't see much in the OVC.
You start thinking about what is not coming back, and that's Desmond Polk and Rayshon Taylor, who are both checking out right now and
getting the curtain call.
We'll see. Yeah, this might be it for Desmond Polk and Rayshon Taylor. I think it is. They're getting extended hugs courtside from the coaches with 2:30 left. The two long-serving, now graduate students are going to the bench for probably the last time in their SIU.
Who really have been around almost as long as Coach Baroni.
Very close to it. Brian Taylor floats one up with the left hand. We mentioned Rayshon Taylor finishes his career as the all-time leading scorer with 1,962 points. Ring Malith's checking out. Miles Thompson is checking out. Eddie Tirado is checking in. He's another senior finishing his career. He came here as a transfer, but he's getting some time in the NCAA tournament now. And he catches in the right corner. Inside for Sakanis.
There's that double. Nice job. Nice play.
The back cut, but the missed layup on the reverse from Declan Dillon. We're inside of 2 minutes to play in this first round game. Miller weaves his way through the lane, missed the shot, the rebound yanked down by Lott, and now it's stripped away, and here comes Brian Taylor. Brian Taylor out for Tirado. Eddie Tirado for three. It missed. Now Houston's got a run out. Jefferson lays it up, and he's fouled. Tirado got him right as he went up.
Well, that kind of sums up the game, the way it's been tonight, Joe. We're going to get more subs coming in here.
Chum Oki is going to get it some time. Jordan Hamilton's going to get some time. Raynard Ori will check in as Declan Dillon gets a big hug courtside. What a great career for him. 4 good years at Winona State. And he finishes his career with an NCAA appearance at the Division I level with SIUE. Brian Taylor hugs all around. Jordan Pickett hugs all around. Cordelius Jefferson checks to the free throw line. His free throw missed. Jordan Hamilton pulls down a rebound. Hamilton, the junior out of Memphis, Tennessee. He's going to be a big part of this team going forward. Chum Oki is a true freshman.
Joe, you've already kind of touched on it, talking about Arnie and the bigs coming back. There's a really good nucleus for this team to come out and be top 3, potentially repeat the league next year. You know, you're going to go to
I don't think there's any question.
Assuming everyone's
correct.
Yeah.
Again, we have no idea, no way to tell. I can tell you that there is a supremely talented guard at Vashon High School in St. Louis that is committed right now to SIUE. I mean, people are crazy for his athleticism and his ability. They've got a junior college player coming that is probably going to be a national player of the year at the JUCO level. Chum Oki's three comes up short. 58 seconds left as Miller pulls it down. Miller drives the other way. Jefferson will fire from 3. He hits for Houston. Makes it a 77-40 game with 52 seconds left. So, yes, this season is not going to end exactly the way that SIUE wanted, but what a season it has been. The first Ohio Valley Conference Championship, the first NCAA Division I appearance for SIUE, and a lot to look forward to with Cougar basketball. 28 seconds left. Houston's going to advance to the second round. Well, they will face Gonzaga or Georgia. That will be here on Saturday.
Should be a really good game next. Yeah.
They go back underneath for Lott, who is fouled. 12 seconds left in this one. I think about all of the SIUE fans behind us, around us. The band and cheer is here, and it's been a heck of a ride for the 24-25 season. There is no question about it.
Yeah, you can't say enough about it, Joe. And I think, again, I said it earlier, you've really done a great job hammering it home. Perspective here really matters, okay? You're playing the Big 12 championship, champion of national power, first ever NCAA tournament appearance. Yeah, it didn't go the way we'd like for it to go, but this team is here. They made it, and now next time, it's a step, right? It's building. Now next time, hey, maybe we're not a 16 seed either. You know, Moorhead was a 14 last year. And as you can build on this thing and this program continues to get better and better, maybe next time we'll see an NCAA tournament win.
Eddie Tirado will bring it across the timeline one final time for SIUE. The clock runs down. Tirado's going to drive. He'll pull up, but he's blocked, and that's how it ends. 78-40. The top seeded Houston Cougars over the 16th seeded SIUE Cougars here in Wichita in the first round of the NCAA tournament. SIUE falls to 22-12, while Houston wins its 31st game of the year. They're 31-4, and they'll